Hi and welcome to my shoulder stretch flow after the gym. So it's nothing too yoga-ish, but it's just a little bit of stretching, especially because my shoulder's been hurting after bench day. So I'm just going to go through a few stretches that I do. And yes, I have just had COVID, but I am feeling a lot better, so don't worry, you won't catch it. You shouldn't really catch it through the camera, but anyways. Okay, so we'll get straight into it. We won't be really focusing on strength because that's what bench and shoulder pressing will do. But we're mainly going to focus through going through the ranges of motion of the shoulder and going through a few stretches. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so we're just going to start on all fours, back of the mat, and we're going to sit onto our, curl under your toes, and you may sit onto your toes. So to start with, I'm just going to say to take a few big round circles, just going all the way around. See, mine's already crunching, and it's only the right one, which is really frustrating. And then we'll go the other way. Just remember to keep breathing. And I think with gym work, because you're building up the muscle, you do tend to get stiffer, so it is good to work through stretching everything out and getting things moving as it should and working on your mobility. So yeah, just keep going through your circles. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to come onto all fours. Nothing too strenuous today, so we're just going to do some cat-cow. So taking a deep breath in, looking up, arching that belly down, still keeping the core engaged though. And then as you breathe out, curling the head in and getting the chin towards the chest, going onto your fingertips, breathing in and out. Yeah, wearing a jumper and like joggers because I'm really cold, and as you can see outside it's quite like it's shit weather, so last one. Okay, we're gonna shove our legs just a little bit back and take a few steps with our hands forward and melt our chest down. Now you can either come onto your fingertips or you can go flat onto your palms, so if you want a bit more, go onto your fingertips. But like I say, you're trying to get your chest down to the floor, so it might mean that you have to walk your hands out a bit further. Just take a few breaths there. The main thing with stretching is that you do want to breathe. And this is called puppy pose. Okay, we're gonna slink our way forward, so basically come all the way down. And this is Sphinx pose, so yeah, bring your hands like railroad tracks and look your chest up. It's a tiny bit of a back bend. Can't really say my words today. Okay, we're gonna lay our chest down, put our hands out like a T, curl that left leg in, step it over the right, and use your left hand to push down. So your right hand should still be out flat, out straight, and you're curling onto your arm. I hope that makes sense. You'll see it when I go the other way. Now if you can take your left hand and push it behind you and interlace your fingers behind your back so that you're stretching your shoulders even further, so both shoulders and your chest. Bring that hand out back to the side and cut yourself. We're going to go to the other side now. So, left hand out straight. Okay, curl the right leg in. Step over using that right hand to push yourself onto your shoulder. And then you're going to take your right hand behind and interlace your hands behind your back and push them away from you. Stay here for a little bit. Just take a few deep breaths. Release your right hand, bring it back forward, And laying back onto your side. Hands underneath your shoulders, because we're not doing strength, we're just focusing on mobility. I'm going to push up, not using strength, and lay back. Opening those legs out into child's pose. Get that right arm up. Thread it underneath the left. See, mine's clicking already. And you can take your left hand and you can either put it above your head, so you're like almost pushing, or you can swing it around and interlace, so get your hand in the crease of your thigh, your right thigh. Sit back with it. Release down. And back. Other side. Left side up. Thread it through. Get that other hand above your head. Alternatively, swing it around and interlace it into the, so bind it to the, what leg is this? My left leg. And just push it open. Come back down. And back into your child's pose. And if you can, this is whether you have the flexibility, so if you're in your child's pose, put your hands together and try and get your hands above your head. So it's almost like you're trying to like get a joint, a double tricep stretch. Walk yourself forward. Okay. We're going to go onto a downward facing dog just to stretch your leg out. Try and push your head down. Roll it out. Down. Oh, there's a mirror there. And so I'm taking opposite elbows and I'm just hanging loose. Then when you're ready, come and sit back down. Okay, we'll do one more stretch. We're going to take the right hand up and bring it down to the nape of your neck. It's a tricep stretch, but it will also work your shoulders. And then take the other hand and interlace, rotate so that you can take your fingers and interlace them behind your back and pull that shoulder. And just stay there for a little bit. Keep breathing. And then we'll go to the other side. So release slowly. And the other side. So one side might be like closer to touching the fingertips than the other. So for this side, for me, it's not as great because my right shoulder is the sore one, so internally rotating is not particularly its strongest suit, but it's okay. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my arm across my body, just to stretch it out. My shoulder really hurts, so it's not doing particularly great at the moment. And what we'll do is, we'll take our hands behind our back, interlace your fingers, stand up, then just fold forward and bring those hands down. I mean, you don't have to do this stood up, you can do it while you're sat down, and like put your head down to the floor and then get your shoulders over your head, but I prefer it this way. I don't like being sat down for too long. I like to move around a bit, so being stood or sat or laying. Okay, taking those hands out, walking it forward, plank, coming down, taking those shoulders out, those arms out wide, and push up. Taking those fingers to interlace again, but this time try and get the opposite pinky on top this time, and you're going to push your fingers down your butt and lift up, keeping that chest up. So in gym world it's Superman, yoga world I think it's the locust. So come under, come into child's pose, come up to seated, and that's the end. That's all I do for shoulders really. There's loads of other poses that you can do to strengthen the shoulders, but for me I'm mainly trying to work on loosening it and making it a bit more relaxed to stretch it out. So yes, I might do a strengthening one in the future, which could be interesting. So yeah, anyways, enjoy your day.